presidential election in 2 days, with members of the upper and lower houses sitting at the center of the electoral process. The country had disputed elections dates, which has left it in a state of political instability and intolerance. The United Nations had earlier this year asked the country to expedite a peaceful electoral process amid growing terror attacks and a raging drought. Our correspondent Isadin Haji has been following the process of Somali elections and has filed the following report.
After a long political instability occasioned by disputed presidential elections date in Somalia, the Somali parliament has announced an election date for presidential candidates in the country, which is set to take place on the 15th of this month. Somalia now has over 35 candidates eyeing the country's top job, with 329 lawmakers expected to vote before results are announced.
We have registered 39 aspirants so far and have been handed certificates by the chairman of Elections Committee, Mr. Abdikani Gele. We have concluded there matters registration of candidates.
After registration, the contestants will be required to address a joint session of the two chambers of parliament. Only one woman is eyeing the top seat in a male-dominated race. Other conditions stipulating that each candidate must be proposed by a minimum of 20 legislators or at least one federal member state. Somalia has 5 member states, namely Jubaland, Galmudug, Southwest, Puntland, and Hirshabelle.
Time set for every presidential candidate will be displayed through a list on our social media platforms, the upper house and the lower house. You will also be able to find it on our media outlets.
Amongst popular figures eyeing the position include former Somali Prime Minister Hassan Ali Khaire, former Presidents Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and Sharif Sheikh Ahmed, and current President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, who takes pride on refurbishing the security system in order to defend the country's sovereignty.
We must defend our sovereignty. We should defend it both politically and through our military in case we are invaded. If we are attacked politically, then we will respond politically. What now remains and lie before us is political instability that has been occasioned by tribalism.
Somalia now seeks to elect its 10th president in 2 days, a day marking Somalia's Youth Day, which they believe is when Somali nationals sowed seeds of independence in 1943 during the formation of Somali Youth League. The United Nations early this year advocated for the processing and conclusion of Somali elections amid worsening drought situation, as well as increasing attacks by Al-Shabaab militants. Isadin Haji, TV 47.